People in the diner still talk about the moment the rich bully slammed his palm on the counter so hard that the ketchup bottle jumped. But what no one knew that morning, what no one could have guessed, was that the quiet man eating pancakes in the corner was about to change everything, and the bully was about to make the biggest mistake of his life. It started when Amber, the young waitress with the blue apron and tired eyes, walked over to refill a customer's coffee. She was polite, soft-spoken, always smiling, even when she was exhausted from double shifts. But that morning, Blake Harlow, local rich kid, trust fund show-off, and full-time problem, had decided she was his entertainment. He leaned back in his booth, sunglasses still on even indoors, tapping the silver spoon like a drumstick. Before we begin, don't forget to hit like, repost or share, and subscribe. And I'm really curious, where are you watching from? Drop your country in the comments. I love seeing how far our stories travel. Back to the story. "Hey, sweetheart," he said, loudly enough for half the diner to hear. "Since when do they allow waitresses who can't even carry a cup without shaking? What happened? Rough night?" A few people turned to look. Amber froze. Her fingers tightened around the coffee pot. She hated attention, especially his. But Blake wasn't done. "Come here," he said, crooking a finger. "You missed a spot here on my table, and when you're done, maybe grab me your number 2. Amber tried to keep her voice steady. "Sir, please don't talk to me like that." "Oh, relax," Blake laughed. "I'm just being friendly." "No," she whispered. "You're not." The diner went quiet for a second. Blake's smirk twitched. He wasn't used to being told no. At the far corner of the diner, a man paused mid-bite. Camouflage uniform, short hair, calm eyes. He had been eating alone, enjoying his eggs and toast, not wanting attention. His German shepherd rested by his feet, trained, alert, motionless. The man's name tag read, Shaw. Blake didn't notice him, or maybe he did, but he didn't care. He pushed himself up from his booth, stepping in front of Amber. "What did you say to me?" Amber backed up. Her voice cracked. "Please don't make this a scene. I'm just trying to work." "You think you can embarrass me in front of everyone? Say sorry, now!" That was the moment the quiet man in the corner stood up. Shaw didn't look angry, just controlled, focused. The room felt different when he moved. Even the dog sensed it, rising to its feet, ears forward. "That's enough," Shaw said, his voice calm but firm. "She told you to stop." Blake turned, sizing him up, and grinned. "And who the hell are you? Another loser eating dollar menu pancakes?" Shaw didn't blink. "Walk away." Blake laughed, too loudly, too nervously. People were watching, and rich men who grow up being told they're special don't like being challenged. So he stepped closer, puffing out his chest. "Look, soldier boy, this is between me and the waitress. Sit down and mind your business." Shaw's dog gave a low, warning rumble. "Hey!" Blake shouted, pointing at the dog. "Control your mutt or I'll call the police!" Amber stepped between them. Please, both of you stop." But Blake grabbed her wrist. That was it. Before anyone could react, Shaw moved, fast. His hand locked around Blake's arm, twisting it so smoothly that Blake barely had time to gasp before he was face down on the table. Shaw didn't hurt him, he simply immobilized him with expert precision. "Let her go," Shaw said. Blake yelped, I can't move." "You don't need to," Shaw said. "You just need to stop." The entire diner stared in stunned silence. But Blake wasn't finished being stupid. The moment Shaw released him, Blake stumbled to his feet, red with humiliation. "You're done. You're finished. I'm calling the cops." He pulled out his phone and dialed 911 like a child tattling to his mother. Within minutes, a patrol car arrived. Officer Reed stepped inside, hand on his belt. Blake ran to him dramatically. "Officer, arrest him! He attacked me for no reason!" Reed looked at Shaw, looked at Blake, looked at the trembling waitress. "Sir," Reed said carefully, "is that true?" Shaw replied, "He grabbed her. I stopped it." "He's lying," Blake shouted. "Just cuff him! That's your job!" Reed sighed. Everyone in town knew Blake, how his father donated to every political event, how Blake weaponized that privilege every chance he got. "Shaw," the officer said, "for procedure, I need you to come with me." Amber jumped forward. "No, he helped me!" "I know," Reed whispered. "I'm just de-escalating." Shaw didn't resist as Reed gently guided him, but the diners murmured angrily. Then Blake made his final mistake. He smirked at Shaw and said, "Bet you regret playing hero now, huh? Should have stayed in your corner, soldier boy." Shaw finally looked him dead in the eyes. Not angry, not afraid, just disappointed. "I didn't do it to be a hero," he said quietly. "I did it because decent people step in when others are being hurt. You should try it sometime." Blake scoffed. "Yeah, whatever. Get him out of here." As Reed reached for the cuffs, his radio crackled with a message. He froze, glanced at Shaw, then slowly lowered his hand. "Dispatch confirms identity," Reed said. "Shaw is an active-duty Navy SEAL." The diner erupted in gasps. Blake's face drained of color. You're... Shaw simply nodded. Reed stepped aside respectfully. "He's free to go." Blake stumbled backward, humiliated beyond repair. Shaw walked over to Amber. "You okay?" Her eyes filled with tears. "Thank you. You could have stayed out of it." "Ma'am," Shaw said softly, "doing nothing is how bullies win." She smiled, shaky, grateful. Shaw paid for his meal, gave Blake one last calm look, and walked out with his dog at his side. No anger, no pride, just quiet strength. And in that diner, every person watching, especially Amber, felt it. Courage doesn't always shout. Sometimes it simply stands up. This story touched millions of hearts. If it touched yours, let us know with a like, comment, yes, and subscribe or follow for more amazing stories like this.